Hello and welcome to your advanced hypnosis session from hypnosisdownloads.com. You'll get the best results from your download by giving it your full attention. Please do not listen to it when you need to maintain concentration, such as when driving.
Hello, and welcome to Reduce Parkinson's Tremors from hypnosisdownloads.com. My name's Roger Elliott. I'm a Director of Uncommon Knowledge. And to get the best from this session, please make sure you're seated in a comfortable chair or lying down somewhere you won't be interrupted for a while. Now, before you begin to drift into a deep state of relaxation and inner focus, I'm just going to say a few words about using hypnosis to reduce Parkinson's tremors. The symptoms of Parkinson's can vary over the course of a single day and over the course of weeks and months. Strong emotions and stress can exacerbate the tremors, and it's very common for the tremors to either subside or stop completely during sleep. It's true that Parkinson's can disrupt sleep and that not everyone's symptoms disappear completely during sleep, but as a general rule, sleep is a time when your symptoms are likely to quiet down and subside. This is significant for our purposes here, because it means that there are naturally occurring states of consciousness that your body goes into where your symptoms are reduced. Think of it this way. There's a vast spectrum of states of consciousness that we go into and out of throughout any 24-hour cycle of our lives. Sometimes we're daydreaming. Sometimes we're focused intently on something outside of ourselves. Sometimes we're relaxing in the moment. Other times we're planning or reminiscing. And even when we're asleep, we're sometimes in deep, dreamless sleep. And other times we're on the cusp of wakefulness, half dreaming, half awake, even if we don't recall those moments the next day. Learning how to develop and maintain different states of consciousness can be very helpful for managing all kinds of physical conditions. For example, people who successfully use self-hypnosis to manage chronic pain typically cultivate a very particular state for themselves throughout the day, where, on the one hand, they're somewhat detached from their pain, just like when they're asleep, the pain is tuned out, separate from them. And yet, on the other hand, they're not asleep, they're functional and alert. In essence, they've developed a new state of consciousness for themselves, where they can experience relief from their symptoms while retaining the ability to focus. Learning how to sustain this state of consciousness throughout the day takes practice and repetition, but it can be done. And self-hypnosis and guided imagery have helped many people more effectively manage their physical symptoms in this way. The same is true for managing Parkinson's tremors. In a 2009 study published in the journal Movement Disorders, the researchers used relaxation and guided imagery with 20 patients who had moderate to severe Parkinson's tremors. Patients' symptoms dramatically decreased in all cases, and these improvements continued for up to 14 hours after treatment. Furthermore, there are a number of case studies of patients with Parkinson's who received regular hypnosis sessions to reduce their symptoms and experienced a more long-term decrease in their tremors, along with a significant increase in their mood, sleep, physical comfort, and overall quality of life. And that's exactly what the deeply relaxing hypnotic part of this session is going to help you to do. So now, as you prepare to relax very deeply, you can just allow your eyes to close, if they haven't yet. And as you breathe smoothly and evenly, you can follow along comfortably to the sound of these words. And sometimes you might become deeply absorbed in the meaning of these words, and other times you might find yourself drifting into another space, a comfortable place inside, as you listen at a deeper level. And that's okay, because there's more of you listening and responding to these words than just your conscious awareness. And you can begin now by gently bringing your attention to the space and the silence that's between and behind these words. You can gently open your attention into the space and the silence, out of which all sounds arise, and into which they dissolve. So that even when it seems like there's a constant background noise. The noise of traffic, the noise of the wind, the noise of movement. It's still surrounded by and permeated with silence. It's still sound vibrations that are arising out of stillness, arising out of silence, and then dissolving away, back into stillness, back into silence. And there's the physical space that's around you right now. The space that's in front of you. The space that's behind you. The space to your left. And to your right. The space above and below. And you can just allow yourself to become absorbed in that sense of space. And it can begin to feel naturally imbued with stillness and silence at the deepest level. And there's the space between and around your fingers, and the space between and around your hands. There's the space between and around your toes, and the space between and around your feet. And there's the space your whole body occupies, a sense of stillness and peace. And this can begin to remind you of a wonderful time in your life, of complete rest, of complete well-being, of reclining back somewhere beautiful, perhaps somewhere in nature, perhaps on a vacation, on holiday, letting a fond memory come to mind, now or in a few moments, a time of deep contentment and rest. And for a moment, you can get a sense of that from the outside, like watching yourself in the past, completely at ease, at rest, with quiet contentment. And then this time of complete rest can become bigger, more three-dimensional, more vivid, life-size. And as I count from 3 to 1, you can merge into it, merging into this time in your life, deeply and completely. And 3, 2, and 1. Comfortably merging inside this time of deep contentment and peace. Seeing what you saw, hearing what you heard, and feeling this deep rest all over again, inside and out, through and through, in each and every part of you, feeling more and more deeply rested. And as that happens, the facial muscles can soften. The shoulders can loosen. You can notice which hand is the most relaxed hand. And you can notice which foot is the most relaxed foot. And you can give yourself this time out now to rest completely. And there is also the inner space between and behind all thoughts. Because even when there are no thoughts, you are still you. Thoughts come and go, and you are still you. When the thoughts are there, and when there is just the space that's between and behind the thoughts, the space out of which all thoughts arise, and into which they dissolve. And you can simply allow yourself to begin to settle back and to settle down into this deep rest, this deep inner silence, more and more deeply and completely now. And whatever you experience is perfectly okay, because you can tune into the growing relaxation and stillness that's already here, beneath and behind any surface movement, like the deep stillness and peace in the depths of a beautiful lake, because there can be ripples of movement on the surface of that lake, and yet at a deeper level everything is beautifully quiet, tranquil and still. And a smooth pebble gliding down through the water, down and down, deeper and deeper, can come to rest at the bottom. The way that the body knows how in the deepest stages of sleep everything can quiet down and come to rest. As you go into a deep, deep state of restorative sleep. And that's something you know how to do, without knowing how you know, because there's much more to you than just your conscious mind. And just as you don't consciously plan the dreams you have at night, just as you don't consciously know how you drift all the way down into the deepest stages of sleep, so your inner mind, your unconscious mind, can assist you here in accessing a deeper and deeper sense of quiet inside. As you simply allow yourself to be, resting into the stillness and the peace that's beneath and behind any movement, sinking into the stillness, peace, and silence that's always here at the deepest level. And you can get a dreamlike sense of a you over there who's sound asleep in the deepest stages of sleep. Maybe a you who's sleeping very deeply and soundly, at rest, everything quiet inside. You can get a sense of your bedroom, the space around the you who is in the deepest sleep. The slow, steady rhythm of your breathing, the complete relaxation and rest imbuing that you over there. And as I count from 3 down to 1, you can merge into the reality of this, merging into even deeper relaxation and rest. And 3, 2, and 1. And just quietly gliding into yourself there, in the deepest stages of sleep, sensing what it's like for the body and the mind to be at rest, completely now, for everything to quiet down completely on the inside. And this deep stillness, this deep quiet, this deep peace can permeate the deepest parts of you, into each and every cell, and into the very marrow of your bones. And your unconscious mind can work for you now at giving you access to this rest and stillness more and more easily and naturally throughout the day, knowing that it's always here, a quiet ease and peace, a restfulness and calm, imbuing each day. And you can get a sense of a you a little while in the future, bringing this inner restfulness and quiet into daily life. Because a person can be filled with peace and restfulness at the deepest level, and they can be still, engaged in the world. They can be still, talking. They can be still, going about their day. They can be still in the core of their being, at rest, at peace in themselves, bringing the inner quiet and ease into their experience of life. And this can be a real help for them, to bring this peace and stillness into the experience of each day. That's it. Bring this peace and stillness into the experience of each day. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And at 1, you can merge into this as a future reality. And 3, 2, and 1. And you can just glide into this future you and experience stillness in action. Experience the difference it makes to feel this peace and stillness at the deepest level in every cell of your mind and body, while going through your day, through the morning, through the afternoon, through the evening, through the night time. Restful peace, permeating the activities and the moments of the day. The routines, the everyday events, the wonderful times and the challenges, the simple moments, the special moments. You can feel still, more comfort and peace flowing through you as a natural way of being. And you can tap into this more and more, honestly and unconsciously, as you sleep deeply and soundly tonight. nights to come. Reconnecting with deep peace and stillness each time you do so, being another opportunity to rest even more soundly and completely into this stillness within, and to bring this stillness with you into your daily life, knowing that the more you practice this, the more you'll find you can sustain it as an inner stillness and peace, naturally and comfortably throughout the activities of the day. And sometimes the surface of a lake can be disturbed by a strong wind, and there are waves on the surface for a while, and that's fine, because at a deeper level, the lake remains quietly still, quietly patient, as it waits and watches as the wind subsides and all is still. And it can feel very good to allow the coming hours, the coming days, the coming weeks, and beyond, to be imbued with this calm stillness, knowing you can enjoy this deeper peace and stillness wherever you are and whatever you're doing, as something you can rest into and draw upon as an inner resource that's here for you always and in all ways now. And you can listen to this session often, and you can feel still more relaxed and peaceful deep inside each time that you do. And for now, it's time to prepare to come all the way back to full alertness, back to the here and now, as you notice the position of your body and the sensation of whatever it is you're resting on, feeling refreshed and alert, with a deep sense of calm well-being flowing through you. And you can begin to come all the way back now and bring this calm stillness with you into the waking state. Calm and alert now, feeling very good, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Good. Now we recommend that you listen to this session every day for the first week, and then just as often as you like, until you notice that you're experiencing a significant improvement in the symptoms you are dealing with, and that you're feeling calmer and more peaceful in your body and in yourself. And we'd love to hear from you, either on the Uncommon Knowledge Facebook page or through the contact form on our site. There are associated sessions at hypnosisdownloads.com that you may find useful, such as massage therapy and a healthy rest. My name's Roger Elliott of Uncommon Knowledge. Thank you for listening, and the very best of luck to you.